if we're going on vibes and we're going on just how we're going on vibes, dude, and how you felt or how I felt watching the fight.
Yeah.
Petr just looked in control.
Yeah, man.
And it looks like he was picking his shots, and his shots were hurting Merab.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you fight a guy like Merab is that way. You don't beat Merab, I don't feel, any other way. Unless you're that sharp of a sharpshooter to where you sting him, you don't beat Merab any other way except standing your ground and fighting Merab. And that's what Petr Yan did.
Yeah. First round, it was going as I thought it would go, with Merab doing Merab things. I thought he was having quite a bit of success, actually, Merab. But then, with about a minute remaining of round number 1, he gets clipped. And he gets clipped with a beautiful right hand from Petr Yan. And it was just enough to make Merab think.
I think him backing Merab up made it much harder for Merab to shoot. He shot half as much as he did in the first fight. I think the body shots made a huge difference. He attacked the body often with kicks and punches.
Yeah, it really was one of those fights where it makes you proud to be involved in the MMA world, to be an MMA fan, because it was brilliant stuff from start to finish. High pace, very technical, 2 guys giving it their absolute all.
If Merab can't get the takedown, then his game cannot flourish. He can still beat you, right? Like he beat Corey Sandhagen on the feet, but his game is evolved around that takedown. If he's able to get takedown or wear you down and break you mentally and physically and your spirit and your conditioning, he will maul you. But that's something he couldn't do to Petr Yan.
The Petr Yan we saw in the Octagon against Merab tonight was, in my opinion, the one we saw before he lost the title to Sterling with that funny knee. The one that has an answer for every position. The one that has the highest caliber of skill in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, especially kickboxing, and most importantly, putting it all together.
It was just a very strange yet really great performance by Petr Yan. Great takedown defense, pieced him up on the feet. Everything was clicking all at the same time. And Merab could never get his takedown going consistently, could never get his top game going consistently. Got taken down himself in this fight.
Petr Yan built on what he did in the first matchup with his defensive wrestling and was able to really utilize offense when he needed it. His strikes were devastating. His shots to the body, his full arsenal of striking, his defense, both with his wrestling and with his jiu-jitsu. It was an absolute masterclass.
And then not only did he do a great job with his striking, Petr was the one that found a lot of success with his wrestling. Because I don't know that Merab Dvalishvili really expected him to be taking him down, but we know that Petr Yan has that ability.
Yan just got busy to the body pretty early. Second, third round, he started kicking to the body, started knee into the body, started putting some work there. And it seemed like every time that Yan threw a body shot or a body kick or a knee, it was landing to the point that Merab just slowed down.
It's probably the best we've ever seen Petr Yan fight. It's going from southpaw to orthodox, keeping our hand in front. Each time Merab would fail a takedown, Petr Yan was right inside of the void, throwing some type of exchange.
The performance from Petr Yan was just sublime. It really was. It was calm, composed, he was precise, and on the flip side, Merab never stopped trying. All credit to the guy. His face was black and blue, he was covered in blood.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Merab Dvalishvili really wasn't more tired than we've seen him in a really long time. And I believe that was because he couldn't really dictate to Petr Yan as we are used to seeing him dictate to most people. He was having to defend more. He was having to get back up when he was getting taken down. Probably did not expect that. And that's one thing that he did not have to deal with in the first fight.
Because I just don't think from what we saw in the back room, the morning shakeout, the week of last week where he's doing his sparring, it just didn't look like the same intensity. The setups didn't look anywhere near the same. They were very they were a lot more predictable. it wasn't like a classic Merab level changes and things like that, pressuring and pacing. But yeah, that's just all I got to say about that.
He cracked him early in that first round. Boom! And I feel like that got Merab's attention. Didn't really start to, Merab wasn't questioning himself. Second round, maybe a little bit more. Third round, and you could really see like, okay, shit. And then I was also like, third round, Peter started kind of maybe looking a little bit more tired. Nope, kept that pace. Did not give up any bad positions. God, I cannot wait to go back. I rarely get excited to go back and rewatch a fight, and I'm excited to go watch that one.
It all comes down to preparation, right? We saw Sean O'Malley hurt Merab in the 5th round at the Sphere. Nobody else had hurt Merab since then, or hurt him with a couple punches. But what Petr Yan and his team recognized, that he got hurt to the body. When you get hurt to the body, that's not something that you can improve on. You just got to find a way to get to that shot again. Bro, Yan kicked him. Yan kicked him so hard. Merab yelled, "Ah!" Dude, was that not the craziest thing? To see a champion get kicked to the body so hard and hurt that he screamed, and it happened 2 to 3 times.
And he attacked that liver so beautifully. And Merab's a hard-headed mother effer. He's got a rock chin. It's going to take everything to rock him and be able to put him down. And he started to go after the body. And credit to Merab, the dude screams in pain from the body shot and then just stays on his feet. And anybody that's ever gotten really hurt to the liver knows that your instinct, every ounce of your soul just wants to go on the floor.
When they separated on the fence, I thought he did a really good job of switching positions and making sure that Merab's back was to the fence the entire time. I think he made 2 or 3 really serious adjustments and then made sure that he had the gas to stick with Merab through 5 rounds. And I think those are the couple adjustments that made the biggest difference in this fight.
Petr Yan had the answer for every single takedown that Merab was throwing at him. He got lifted and scooped one time, taken down, scrambled his way to the top position. Beautifully done. I thought this fight, I didn't think this fight could be this exciting.
If you get taken down, your job, number one job as a striker, is to get the fuck up as quickly as possible. Do not settle. Get up. Imagine if the floor is lava like the kids' game. Get the fuck up or you're finished. And that was Yan. As soon as his back, as soon as his hips, as soon as his arse hit the floor, he either scrambled back to his feet.
Petr Yan's timely takedowns as well. He took Dvalishvili down 5 or 6 times. Merab was 2 for 29 on his takedowns. He had like 25 seconds of control time. A lot of those shots were not good at all.
And I think Merab, as much as I loved it in the moment, the crowd went nuts when he did get that big hoist. He picked him up, he had him up in the air, and he was looking at Dana and waiting to get Dana's reaction. I think he gave away control that he could have had on the ground there, because then when he finally did slam him, Yan was already preparing and he said, okay, you got me.
Yeah.
You got the takedown, but I'm going to be ready as soon as I hit that mat. My ass is popping right back up, and that's exactly what he did.
Who won the first 3 rounds? What was the split? Because let me tell you something. After round 3, Merab's corner tells him, if you listen carefully in the corner, you hear it. If you listen carefully, you're up 3 rounds, they tell him. You're up 3 rounds. Now, let me tell you something. On my scorecard, I had it 3 rounds for Petr Yan. Mind blow. They think they're up 3 rounds. I think they're down 3 rounds.
The fact that he ate those body shots and was able to bounce back and recover, like, that was super impressive. I'm like, dude, I've been hit to the body, and good thing these guys have never, like, really picked up on it that, like, yo, I am hurt. And it was just a really good shot where they could follow up, and I'm probably diving on those legs, you know what I mean? But he circled, he kept his composure. He did great in terms of recovering, and was able to keep pushing forward to give us the rest of that classic fight.
I didn't see a Merab that was listless. He was still in the fight. He was still, there weren't times where he wanted to check out. He was moving forward. He was staying active. Was it the sharpest Merab Dvalishvili? Probably not. But this was still a guy that I thought had a ton of energy. He was going for it. He was landing some good shots himself. Petr Yan was just better.
A really easy way to stop a wrestler from shooting on you is to meet his level. Okay? So, like, if he drops for a shot and you drop to the same level, you just clash. And he was kind of using that, but effectively by throwing over with his right hand to not only stuff the takedown, but maybe clip Merab on the way in, which he did multiple times.
And again, and Merab didn't necessarily look bad. Like, it wasn't that he just beat him up and Merab looked bad. He just looked so good doing what he was doing. The jab was on point. The right hands were on point. Takedown defense was on point. His balance looked incredible when he was on one leg. Even when he was partially getting taken down, his ability to just be like a cat, get back to his feet. Breaking grips from behind, like everything that he was doing, like you could tell that he had prepared for the last couple of years for this moment.
And, you know, I just sort of feel like Petr Yan is the more explosive athlete. I did think he gassed a little bit, did Yan, in the middle of this fight. He unequivocally got a second wind and was masterful over those final 2 rounds.
He went in there and dismantled Merab. Didn't slow down a second. Didn't give a single position. Took Merab down, took the fight to him. And honestly, that was the most clinical, leveled up version of Petr Yan we have ever seen. Like, skill-wise, that fight was so far above the rest of the division.
Merab looked like he went out there and tried to finish the fight multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, he really did look like he put everything on the line, tried to get Peter out of there when he knew he was down, or seemed like he knew he was down. That was the greatest bantamweight fight. That was the greatest bantamweight fight of all time. And it was that was such a fun fight to watch.
And then after that, it was Petr Yan just tuning up Merab. He hurt Merab to the body, hurt Merab to the face. He just even took Merab down in the last round at the end of the bell. He just took him down, just showed he has more energy, more will to fight. He dominated beautifully.
Dvalishvili's championship medal, his heart, his durability, unquestioned, right? I just feel like almost any other bantamweight in the world would have succumbed at some point over those 25 minutes.